Good afternoon, Mr. White.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kerrigan. And it is episode 7 of the Broken Home Podcast, Freedom Edition.
And COVID.
Coronavirus has infiltrated your home.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, that's stinky
3
little
deep.
virus.
3 deep.
Yep, man. And you're still unscathed?
So far,
No sniffles?
I had screaming headache yesterday for about half the day.
That's because you live with 2 dogs.
And then really plugged up, but then it went away. And then last night, I got really sore laying in bed. And this morning, I feel stiff. I felt stiff when I got up. So I took 2 ibuprofen, and I've been taking that vitamin D. I got the kids vitamin D and vitamin C for Christmas. So
A gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, so I grabbed some of that. So far, I'm doing okay.
Tomorrow, you're supposed to go back to work, and you just need to do a test and come up negative before you go. Because if it doesn't come up negative, you're on another holiday.
But not tomorrow. I actually got to take the test on the 7th.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be 5 days. And if it comes back negative, then I'm clear. But if it comes back positive, then, yeah, I'm back on a holiday again.
Well, I got 2 coworkers that are down with it. Monday, I go in for my test. And
how close of proximity were you to them?
Yeah, in the same room, but not. We weren't hugging it out or anything.
And that's the fucking thing with this. You could just be in the same room, and it's it's airborne.
I don't even give a shit about it. I'm not worried about it, especially this Omicron. Apparently, it's I don't know. It's COVID light. So.
Well, like I said yesterday, I had the headache. I woke up this morning with the headache. I was pretty plugged up, but after I got up and moved around a bit, my headache, it's still there a little bit, but nothing major whatsoever.
Were you nervous?
I was.
Yeah.
I was very nervous.
And what did I tell you? If anything went bad, I would go John Q. in our hospital to get you the drugs that you need.
Yeah. Get this man some monoclonal antibodies now.
I know you got some hydroxychloroquine in here.
I need him on a vitamin D drip.
Stat. Yeah, man. I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not, but I kind of just want to just have it and get it over with. And
yeah, because if you get it, then you're immune to it after.
Yeah.
For a little bit, anyway.
Yeah, and we are recording here on a Saturday, and I have been glued to the live streams of the freedom protests in Ottawa, and there's another one in Toronto. They're everywhere. Yeah, man, I've just been glued to the live streams, watching the freedom protests. They're also they have the counter protesters there, I see, and there's a lot of different responses that are coming out of the counter protesters as to why they're there. Some of them truly do believe that it is just a neo-Nazi protest, and it's just a bunch of racists.
I can't believe that. I cannot believe that our prime minister would stoop so low as to spread that type of misinformation. They seen one or 2, maybe 4 idiots in the crowds that were unaffiliated with the convoy waving these flags. For all we know, that they were a plant to try to stir up some shit.
Yeah.
And the media has been focused on these 4 individuals, these same 4 pictures that you see.
Yeah.
Floating around.
And meanwhile, if those cameras would have panned over a little bit, they would have just saw nothing but love,
Yeah. Patriotism.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous what they're doing. And GoFundMe actually halted their campaign. It was like a rumor at first that they were trying to confiscate the money. And then Some people stepped up and said, demand a refund, but don't do it through GoFundMe. Do it through your bank. And it would charge GoFundMe $15. And now GoFundMe issued a statement saying, oh, you don't need to do anything. We're going to refund your money for you, because they know that if everybody starts asking for their money back through their bank, it's going to cost them
A lot of money.
$15 a pop.
Well, I was hearing that the only reason why GoFundMe took that 10 million off of their platform was because the government, apparently, this is just me talking here.
From the rumor mill.
Yep. And it was basically the government had contacted the police and got the police to put out this narrative that the beginning, this peaceful protest has now turned into violence. And then it put GoFundMe in the position where, like, well, we can't be supporting a violent movement. So
yeah, we can't be funding this.
They just succumbed to government pressure, apparently, and now the trucker, the whole movement is finding different ways for donations. They were able to take 1 million out of the fund, but the rest of it, and I guess when they were saying that they were going to do the refund, if you didn't do the refund by February, whatever 16th or whatever it was, then they would just forward the donations to a good cause. Of their choosing,
Yeah, so. The Liberal Party of Canada.
Yeah. Right to Trudeau's fucking bank account.
It's absolutely beautiful seeing how many people are standing up and saying, we want our rights back.
Absolutely.
And the media is trying to make it a spin like your rights put everybody's safety at risk. And it's not that whatsoever. People are smart enough to know if you are susceptible, you need to get the vaccination.
Yeah.
You need to. For you, your family, you got to take care of them first.
And just because even if these mandates are all dropped, it does not eliminate the vaccine for those who want it and need it. So, I mean,
exactly. And most of the convoy, like most of the people that went down there, already vaccinated.
Yeah.
But people don't like being forced, people don't like being threatened, and people don't like being bribed that you have to take something in order to carry on with your daily lives. You have to put something in your body that you have no idea about, that nobody really has any idea about. Sure, there's been base studies. It might be similar to how a flu vaccine works. I have no idea. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not pretending to play one on TV. Nothing. So
all I know is I'm just trying to watch the new Spider-Man movie in the theater, and I am yet to do it.
Yeah.
Because of my vaccination status. And you know what this kind of thing promotes? Not that I do it, but, piracy's got to be,
at an all-time high.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, absolutely. That absolutely. I hear that Netflix is taking quite the hit. I don't know what if there's some political reasoning behind it or whatnot, but perhaps that's one aspect. People are starting to find alternative streaming sites and not having to pay for all the options Netflix offers. They're finding it online for a discount price. So
you're talking about the price hikes that are happening with Netflix, then I guess, yeah. Well, and they're not the only ones losing money.
No.
Spotify.
Oh, jeez.
Old Neil Young is singing a crazy song right now.
He is, and to the tune of wokeism.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're like, the generation growing up. They're like, who's that guy? Who's Neil Young?
Yes,
he hasn't been relevant in years, unless you listen to, classic radio stations or something,
and there's nothing wrong with that if you choose to spend your time doing that. But
you know what? Imagine what if Neil Young, instead of like approaching it the way he did, what if he actually went on Joe Rogan to talk about it, making him relevant again? I think he did the wrong play.
Oh, absolutely. But is Neil Young really well-versed enough to back up his claims?
Let's find out.
Rogan is
put him in the chair.
Let's get him in the hot seat.
We'll find out in 10 minutes.
That's true.
And then we'll say, hey, Neil, not for nothing, but stick to singing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. We would learn really quick if Neil is just misinformed himself and not open to hearing other people's perspectives, people that are knowledgeable in the field.
Yeah.
And just because they go against the grain does not make them wrong.
Yeah.
You know, like when this pandemic started, it's constantly evolving. So people's knowledge, as time goes on, people's knowledge grows and they become to understand things more because people are living through it and finding out what works, what doesn't work. And at the beginning of this, it was just a fresh start. Nobody really knew. Nobody had any idea. I heard one person say, if you wear sunglasses, you can't get corona because it gets in your eyes. And now we know that's not true. Or it could be. I don't know.
So you're just walking down the street and then, oh my God, I think I walked through a cloud of COVID. I left my sunglasses at home.
Yeah, should have had them on me.
No, but it is true. Even with that statement that Joe Rogan put out, where at the beginning, if you go back a while back in this pandemic, and if you were to say something like I don't know, say anything about what's going on with the pandemic, and you're getting canceled for misinformation, and nowadays it is known as fact.
Yeah.
Right? So it's
Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to spit out there.
Yeah. Exactly. You just took the scenic route. That's all.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Everyone has their own unique way of getting to the waterfall, but we're all drinking.
Shout out to Myke Nukem, our boy on the ground. He's supposed to join us at some point and give us his perspective, see what he's seeing in Ottawa right now.
Yeah.
And he's posting the videos to his YouTube channel. Yeah. And he's posting basically everything that he sees. He's not putting it through a rose-colored filter or nothing. And so far, I haven't seen anything questionable. I haven't seen anything but people getting along together, people sharing a common goal, people happy, different races coming together. So this isn't some Nazi gathering like certain individuals in politics are trying to make it seem as.
Man, they paint a hell of a picture of those liberals.
Oh, they do. They do. And that's the thing. He was a drama teacher, so he knows how to act it up beautifully.
I didn't know he was a drama teacher. He was a drama teacher?
Yeah, he was a drama teacher.
Crazy. Now I know why the whole blackface scandal thing, because apparently he's been in blackface more times than he can count.
Oh yeah. Oh, big fan.
I'm wondering if it all started with drama. Finally a reason to paint my face.
Maybe.
It could have been. It's just drama, baby. We're just acting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. But there are Black Lives Matter flags in the counter protest for the people that do believe that this is a racist movement. And sure, there probably are a handful of racists that are scattered amongst this movement, but it doesn't really, it shouldn't make the movement guilty by association.
No.
Oh man, like how can you start a news network that's straight down the middle, that's transparent?
You have to have the money to do so, because I don't know if this is fact, but I heard that the government provides subsidiaries to these news.
Oh, they're paid handsomely.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was watching The Late Show, David Letterman's former show, now with Stephen Colbert. And a week after these protests have happened, they're starting to make fun of it on The Late Show. Just poking fun at the truckers and bringing up the racist thing. CBS, man, they're all under the same umbrella, and they're all paid tons of money just to keep pushing that narrative.
Yep.
I used to love watching Colbert, just these clips, and now I can't stomach watching what's coming out.
I was listening to the CBC at work, And that's because I only get 2 radio stations, our local rock station and the CBC.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and I can't stand listening to AC/DC over and over, so I listen to the CBC most of the time.
There goes our AC/DC fans.
But the CBC was asked callers to call in and to say what the convoy meant to them. And I was actually shocked that they allowed someone that had the opposing view saying that they thought that the convoy actually represented the freedom that most of us do, because the CBC's been pushing like the same thing the government office has. It's just racist and whatever they're trying to name it as. But yeah, they had this woman on, and she wasn't like some big extremist or anything. You could tell that she was very educated by how she spoke, very well thought out answers, and basically put everything into perspective for the people at the CBC, because it seemed like they thought that all this was just a reason for all of Canada's Nazis to get out there and have a nice function together. But yeah, this woman explained what was going on and the views that are being represented.
Yeah, man. And fucking speaking of convoys, I heard some honking, a little bit of a ruckus out my window. I ran to the window to see what was the matter. No, it was a fucking joyous convoy just rolling by my house. Canadian flags, maybe 20 plus cars.
Oh, that's beautiful. And you don't even live on a main street.
Well, I mean, it's not a main road, but it is a heavily traveled road.
It's on the way to a main road, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah.
You have to go down your road to get to a main road.
Yeah, it's just cool to see like all these people all across Canada jumping in. Man, it's weird. Like I'm not I might show emotions, watching a sad movie or something, but like this was like next level, like got me right in the feels.
Yeah.
Watching all this shit.
I think for a lot of us, it's the very first time that we've been actually proud to say that we're Canadian.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, this isn't, we all know that what happens with movements like this, and there's assholes that show up. We all know that. You'd think that people wouldn't fall for this crap, that's being told. Like, oh God, obviously these idiots are going to show up and do this. That's what happens at every protest.
Every single one.
Yeah.
It could be a protest for butterfly gardens, and then you're going to see a Nazi sign in the background.
Yeah, couple of shiny heads and some fucking ignorant flags. Absolutely.
Yeah.
At the butterfly convention.
Well, that's what I'm just saying, that these idiots will just show up. It's like they're paid provocateurs to go do this.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, I wonder, right? I wonder how much one gets paid to go and cause a disturbance like that.
I don't know, but I would like to know who's funding it too.
Well, looks like we better go to Ottawa and snoop around.
Yeah, do a little bit of investigation.
Imagine that. We just left our jobs and just went to Ottawa and lived off the kindness of strangers while we solved this great mystery.
That's called being homeless investigators. That's homeless men playing investigators.
Just a couple of homeless dicks
roaming the streets.
Yeah, but it's short for detective. We're really nice people. Yeah.
Oh fuck. Oh God. Here we go. That's a good one.
I'd ask GoFundMe to help us out on this venture, but I don't know if we'll get our money.
No, probably not.
Yeah, they'll find a way to say that it's violent.
Yeah. Oh man, it's frustrating when things like that happen. Like how government,
when you know what the truth is and you see how it's portrayed. Yeah, it's like, no, you idiot. I'm seeing what's happening, and
anybody with 2 eyeballs can see exactly what's happening.
Yeah, but I think there is a large elderly population, and they've grown up trusting the news is going to keep them informed with what's going on in the country. And it was almost like the news was grooming them back then, and now they're being locked down in old folks' homes, and they're just sitting in front of a TV being force-fed just fear and just propaganda over and over again on a constant loop, right?
Or back when they were growing up, the news was actually news. It wasn't opinion pieces like these CNNs and the like.
Yeah.
People actually did reporting. People gave an unbiased report of the news.
Yeah, man. And I mean, it's all opinions now. And I don't know, man. If I wanted to hear opinions, I'd get a girlfriend or something. Like I don't want to get opinions from my news.
Yeah,
that's just I'm not a subscriber to that.
No.
Yeah.
No. And that's all it's become. That's exactly what it's become, is opinion pieces. And if you think differently, then you're labeled an outsider or one of these bad guys.
Fringe minority.
That's right. You become the fringe minority if you think differently to what the media is trying to indoctrinate into people.
And it also promotes people that are maybe on the fence, that maybe want to go out there but are afraid to feel stupid. Or
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
It does do that to people. It makes people think, well, but if I feel like that, if I think these guys represent some of my views, I'm going to be called a racist.
Exactly. I might. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Mass psychosis. It's a real thing.
It is. And it's being implemented in
beautiful way.
Every
flawless, really. But I mean, I wish it was for good.
Yeah, that's the issue. It's not for good. It's for somebody's agenda. Look at us getting all conspiratorial on here.
Man, what the fuck? We usually just talk about dick and fart jokes. Now we're talking about fucking government and mandates and all this real stuff. Like, shit, I'm here wearing pajama pants and I should have my big boy pants on for this conversation.
I don't even have pants on.
Oh, well, I mean, when you're isolating in a little tiny room for a weekend, why have them on?
Why bother?
Yeah.
So, how was your work week? You got exposed, you said. Give me set the scene. Tell me what happened.
Well, a coworker, he's, I don't know, he wasn't showing any symptoms, but he was like, I just don't feel right today. He had a test the previous day, it came out negative. He wasn't really feeling the best. He was just tired and this and that, but no symptoms. So, but to be sure, he called our supervisor and got our supervisor to drop off a rapid test so he can take another test before coming into work the next day.
Yeah.
Came back negative. And he came in and he worked for the day. We work in the same building. I'm mostly out on the road. So, I mean, if I'm around him, I might be around him for a total of 10 minutes in the period of an entire day.
Mm-hmm.
So, so that day he came in after his negative test. He worked the entire day. And the following day, he popped for a positive test. And then I'm just like thinking, we practice social distancing and all that stuff in the office and that. But then you start kind of retracing your steps. I'm like, did I get too close to old so-and-so there?
Yeah.
But
did I breathe in a little bit too deep when he was around?
Yeah. That's, he usually comes in with an excellent cologne. A very nice scent. Did I go in for a whiff and pick up the Corona?
A gentleman's sniff?
Just just to appreciate. Damn, is that lavender? Yeah, man. So at work, I do have a test scheduled for the Monday morning that I am going back to the office because we do work in the hospital, so the hospital does supply us testing. Originally, when they were doing all this testing, I thought that I was going to have to pay $25 per test.
Yeah.
Right. And what's weird right now, because we work in the long-term care facilities, We only have a couple of employees that are vaccinated, so they're the ones that are allowed to go in. But now they're going to be requiring at a certain time that you have to have a booster as well to be able to go into these homes.
Oh, geez.
Right? Yeah. So, but the problem is, so now, even though the employees are vaccinated, they have, before they go into an elderly home, that home is testing us. Okay. So that
Oh,
employee is getting tested. And now, right after leaving that old folks home, he's got to go to another old folks home. This other old folks home he goes to does not recognize the test from the previous place he was just at. And now
oh, really?
now they have to test him too. So there's two tests. That's one wasted test right there. And we've had a guy get tested 4 times in one day. So, and they're talking about tests and having shortages in that. So then why are we just throwing tests away? If I get tested at a medical center, it should be recognized with whichever facility we have to go into.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, because every test for an employee, we're only working 8 hours a day, and each test takes 15 to 20 minutes. And you can't go in until after you get the all clear negative test, right? So 20 minutes per, four times that you're getting tested in one day. That's a lot, is just sitting around
Waiting.
And to kick it all off, with all these restrictions in place, there's still outbreaks everywhere in all of the facilities.
Yeah, for damn sure. I've been trying to call around looking for rapid tests to buy because I want to have a couple for around the house too.
Mm-hmm.
The kids get them through school. Employers usually give them out too, but I want a couple for around the home just in case. And I've been trying to call around and nobody has them for sale. You have to book an online appointment and go to the facility or like
Whatever,
either the health unit.
Point.
Yeah, either the health unit or Shoppers Drug Mart or anything like that. You have to go there and do it, and then they charge you $40 for it. Right now, I'm still sitting upstairs away from everybody, even though I feel like when you know, and I've felt off for the past 3 days now, not 100%, but still we're all taking that same precaution. So my wife's disinfecting everything and wiping everything off. We got hand sanitizer all over the house. So anytime one of us goes somewhere, we got a mask on, and then we sanitize our hands too.
Is everyone over it though, or are they still sick right now?
Sean is getting better, but at night and in the mornings, you could tell that it's still kicking her ass. My oldest, this is like day 2 of being, or day 2 or 3 of being positive. So she's saying that she was sore, basically describing how I was feeling yesterday. But she's still doing okay. Like she's still mobile. She's walking around. She can eat. She's got an appetite. She's drinking. My youngest, who was unvaxxed, she's doing it old school style. She's just taking it on, toe to toe with the devil.
Nice.
Yep.
Doing the dance with the COVID.
Yeah, and she was pretty sick, but she's starting to feel a bit better now.
I did that a long time ago. I stopped. It was like a decade ago. I stopped taking anything for when I got a cold. I stopped taking Buckley's and all this medication shit, trying to cut the symptoms down, because I don't know. And since I'd done that, after I'd cut all that out, I got sick maybe once or 2 times, cold here and there, and then it just stopped. It's been like a decade since I had any kind of a cold or anything. And I'm wondering if it's because I stopped taking all of this shit and letting my immune system do the work that it's supposed to do.
Probably. And
right?
You also reinforce your immune system. You got a cupboard full of apple cider vinegar.
Oh, yeah.
You got those vitamins. You got your BCAAs. You're doing it right. You're doing it right over there.
Well, I mean, I could be doing better. I am overweight, even though I drown all of this garbage that I eat with, I try to get some good stuff in me, but
Yeah, you could be overweight and still have the immune system of a bull.
Yeah, this is true. This is true because I think when you're this is just my own personal opinion, but I think like for my body, if I'm sick and then all of a sudden I'm taking all of this shit from the pharmacy, it's like I'm telling my body and my immune system, "Hey, buddy, you go have a seat on the couch. We got this for you." And then it's like all of a sudden your body forgets how to do its own fighting.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. Yeah.
That's how I kind of broke it down, and then I just like, fuck it. I'm gonna deal with this cold with nothing but just drinking lots of water and just like natural stuff. No chemicals, no pills, no nothing like that.
That's called the medieval way.
Yeah.
You're doing it the medieval way. If something instead of getting stitches, guys like you just cut it off.
Yes, just remove it. Let's move on.
Remove it, burn it closed.
Yeah.
Lord blessed you with a couple others.
But it's true. I mean, even if like back in the days when I was sick, like I would just crawl into the darkness and just wait to get better. And yeah, I don't know. I just kind of suffer in silence that way.
Were you one to get the flu shot ever?
No, absolutely
Me neither.
not.
I've never had one.
I never saw the point. I mean, from what I was seeing was that the flu shot is based off of the flu from the previous season, and that it's almost pointless as the flu, it changes every year or something. I don't know. This is just, who knows? I could have overheard this from in a bar, from a drunk. I don't know.
Some dude wrote it on the side of a vending machine in the back alley somewhere.
But I've never seen the point of getting the flu shot. I've never had any issues with flus and that, but I do know people that are, man, I'm double vaccinated. I got a booster shot and I got my flu shot. Just dosed to the gills.
And they got a vaccine IV, constant drip.
Yeah, constant protection, my friend. Those antibodies are always at their strongest.
Yeah, I've never once had the flu shot.
No,
I'm in the same boat. If my body can fight it off because I'm young. I'm still young enough. I'm still healthy enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe when I'm 50, 60, then I can start seeing the need for it. I'll let my health dictate it. If I'm still in,
you mean you're gonna listen to your body?
That's right.
I'm out of touch with what's going on in my body. all I know is I don't get sick. That's about it. But yeah,
and then you're doing something right.
But I got to get on that doctor. That reminds me, this is the year.
We got to get a finger in your ass. Yes.
I have to seek it out. Yes. You know what? This might be the only time that I might be happy to have a finger in my ass, because that will confirm that I had finished what I set out to do, which is to find a doctor.
Yeah.
That would be the punctuation right there.
Yeah.
His finger.
One finger.
Yeah.
And if you get the take-home test, let me know. I got your back.
There's a take-home test?
I don't know.
Okay.
I hope not.
I hope not either. See how little I know about our healthcare? Like, doctors are doing that? Here, take this home, stick your finger in, give it a little waggle here, and
let me know how it feels.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, hey, we're not old, but we are getting at an age where we got to start looking into things like that.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, after watching Jackass, I think it was the second one, I really want to try that colonic thing out.
Why? What happened? I don't think I watched it.
I don't know. They just filmed this. They just filmed the dude having a colonic. It's just flushing out the system in that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They made that into a movie?
No, they didn't. I mean, the movie wasn't based around that. It's Jackass. They do all kinds of Jackass.
Oh yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You know, like put a toy car up his ass, and then he gets an X-ray from a doctor. And,
I remember that.
Yeah, and the doctor was like, "Don't tell anybody." Just keep this to yourself. The doctor was more. I don't know. He was more into trying to save his pride than offer him medical advice.
Oh my God. I remember seeing one that was a shit volcano, actually.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I think that was Jackass 3D. Yeah, it was like it started on like tight frame on a nice like
mountain or
yeah,
something.
just a beautiful beautiful landscape.
So
And then all of
fucking
a sudden
gross.
it erupts. Yeah. And then it zooms out to see that it's a little model with
Yeah.
someone's ass fucking yeah. Oh god.
That's so fucked up.
It is. I
But
can't wait
funny.
to see the new one though. Yeah, 20 years after I think it was I think it's been a long time since the last Jackass movie, and they're
Yeah, it
all a
has.
lot older, and they put their body through hell on this one,
How
I hear.
long can they keep this up until, like,
I think this is it.
I
Like
guess so.
well, but this new movie, I see that they got some younger new additions to the cast, so maybe the legacy will continue, but just not with Johnny Knoxville getting his ass kicked at the age of 49.
Yeah, because he does that old grandpa gig. Pretty soon, he's not even going to have to put on any of that fucking makeup.
No, he will be that old grandpa, dude.
Yeah, because I seen a clip of him, and he's got a full head of gray hair already too.
Yeah, it comes from. I can't say shit. I don't even have hair.
That's true.
I don't have a dog in this fight.
When you did have your luscious locks, when did you first notice a gray hair?
I don't have gray hair. It's just falling out. I don't see any gray. I see a gray here and there on the facial hair, but I mean, I have lighter hair.
Yeah, so when you had hair, you never had gray hair come through? No?
No.
So you missed that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I got grays. I think the first gray I noticed was when I turned 31.
But you
32.
got dark hair, so I mean, it would really stand out. I'm sure I have gray hair. I just can't really tell. Like, I don't know.
Even with my facial hair, they're not gray. It'll come in as one single blonde strand, and I just pluck it out.
Pluck that shit out. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
getting old sucks, eh?
Yeah, it does, and I work with a lot of old folks, and that's one thing that they all say to me is don't ever get old. They tell me, and I just say I'm trying, but every day it just keeps happening.
I wish we could just freeze our body in time, come back when they got that fountain of youth serum or some shit.
Like freeze your body, like Demolition Man.
Yeah, I'll fucking demo it up.
Hey, guess what? For the first time in Broken Home Podcast 7-episode history, we have a guest.
Somebody wants to talk to us?
Yeah, someone wants to talk to us. And it's not just any old someone, but this is someone that is right now boots on the ground in Ottawa for the last 3 days during this protest.
Myke Nukem, everybody.
Hello.
Myke.
Mark, Myke.
Nice to meet you, Myke.
Hey, Mark, I've heard your voice.
Yeah, I've heard yours. I heard your voice trying to hit a real high note when you were singing along at the protest.
Yeah, it was about minus 20.
Yeah.
So I can't sing anyway, but I'm just at the performers. What a wild job to sing at as good as they did. They're absolutely freezing up there, like freezing. Your hands are freezing. I'm punching at my cell phone like my fingers are granite.
Yeah.
And they got to hold on to a microphone.
Yeah, they have to hold on to a steel microphone. There's no mic stands or anything. They're on the back of a flatbed crane truck.
Oh, wow.
And just to let everyone know, you're in Ottawa right now. And how long have you been there?
I've been here. This will be my third night here.
Third night.
Oh, okay. I thought you headed down early last week. I thought you went down on like Monday or something.
No, it was. I arrived Wednesday morning.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Since you've been there, what's the vibe been?
Oh, absolute love, peace, goodwill, harmony. Hey, do you need anything? We literally have stockpiles. We're loading trucks instead of unloading trucks. We're loading hostels, soup kitchens. The Freedom Convoy 2022 is absolutely adding to the community, not taking anything away.
That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. And the media, like me and Mark were talking about this earlier, how the media is trying to make it look like to vilify the convoy. They're doing everything in their power right now to try to make it seem like it's just an unruly chaos down there.
Absolutely. They focused on one flag that somebody had flown.
Yeah.
And what they did was focus on a partial shot of the flag, not the whole flag in context. And what it was a picture of Trudeau. And the flag was calling Trudeau a Nazi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so context is key.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no Nazis in I'm sure there are, don't get me wrong, but they'll get chased right the hell out of here. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Have you seen anyone, any kind of provocateurs while you've been there?
I've seen one.
Yeah.
He was standing. I have some videos. I don't know if you've watched all my videos, but I have some videos where usually I try to walk up Parliament Hill with my GoPro. Mm-hmm. I've only got my GoPro working the past day or so I haven't uploaded a lot of them, but they're coming. And there's one corner before Parliament Hill is where there's thousands and thousands. Tonight there's hundreds of thousands of people here at this point.
Awesome.
But the one corner I record, it's breathtaking the amount of people that were there. And there's this guy standing in the like it's a corner, so they all circle around the perimeter of the intersection.
Yeah.
And the guy's standing in the middle, and he's got a big sign. He's got one of the anonymous masks on.
Oh, the white mask, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly that, but it was similar. It was very obvious he didn't want anyone to see who he was.
Yeah.
And he had a big sign on saying that needle dicks blow horns or whatever, something like that. Only needle dicks would blow a horn to get what they want or something. I was walking by, I said, "Fuck you, buddy."
Yeah.
And then I said, you fucking bonehead.
Have you seen, because I've seen online that there is like the counter protest going on. Like, how big is that group? Have you seen them? That were
maybe like 14 people.
Yeah. Well, I guess, yeah. A small protest, but
yeah, no, like I'm serious. There has been the supposed Queen of Canada. I'm not sure if you've heard. She's an Indigenous lady. She thinks she's the Queen of Canada now.
I've never heard that.
Burnt a flag the other day. Up on Parliament Hill, she burnt a Canadian flag.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah,
and she's basically let Trudeau go, and she says she's the head of Canada now. Like, we need another monarch.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, so there's them little groups like that, and they're separate from us. They're up in the confines of Parliament Hill where it's gated off. Mm-hmm. So they protest up there. And these counter protesters, I haven't even seen one of them. And I'm out every day, just like clockwork. So.
And you've not seen any violence?
Zero violence. The only thing I've seen is a cop grab a guy for having a beer can.
Okay. And I've seen like a lot of the locals in Ottawa saying that they haven't been able to sleep. Is it not from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then they shut everything down?
That's right. They honk their horns once every half hour on the hour. Okay. And most of the horn honking's not anywhere near any residential area. It's confined to Parliament Hill and the downtown area immediately around there. I'm sure some people could be quite annoyed during the daytime.
Yeah.
A lot of business calls being drowned out by horns.
Oh, absolutely. And just even like I could even hear it at my motel at one point. I'm about like 6 kilometers away.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the sound of freedom in the fucking distance. That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's right. We're honking our way to freedom.
And I'm reading that the government is buying up empty hotel rooms so they can keep people from coming to Ottawa.
Yeah, I've heard that from many people. In fact, yesterday when I went to add time onto my room, I was told it wasn't available.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
And I was lucky enough to I didn't believe it right away because the guy seemed to be acting sketchy.
Yeah.
So I asked the next girl, and she was like, "Yeah, no problem." She added 3 days to my room, no problem. So,
wow.
I don't know if that had something to do with it, but I have heard reports from a lot of people saying that. I know the main Freedom Convoy had, I forget which hotel it was, but any available rooms, the government took them all.
Wow. I've also, I've been hearing because of that, they've been going across to Gatineau to stay in hotels across the bridge, and then they just kind of make their way back the next day.
Which also just shows you that people who are vaccinated support this. You can't get into Quebec right now without a vax, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, right.
So that just goes to show you, and the amount of Quebecers here right now, there's almost an equal amount of Quebecers here right now as there are other protesters. So the vaxxed are highly a part of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. I fully support it. I'm fully vaccinated. I don't got my booster, but I got my first and my second dose. And I got COVID right now. But I'm 100% supporting what you guys are representing down there, what you're bringing to the table and demanding. It is, like me and Mark even discussed earlier, it's the first time that I can actually say I'm proud to be a Canadian, seeing so many people uniting for one common goal here. It's amazing.
Me too. Being a part of this is an honor for me. It's I'm almost 50, and this is the most unbelievable experience I've ever had in my life.
Have you met some good people down there too? Like
nothing but good people. You can just start talking to anybody and they'll engage you. It's unbelievable how everyone's just put everything aside. Like a lot of people used to argue about whether you're vaxxed or you're not vaxxed, or you're a mask wearer or you're not a mask wearer. That all of that is put aside. Nobody is bringing any of that up. Everybody, the first thing speakers on stage are saying is make sure we're peaceful, make sure it's all about goodwill. If you see somebody doing something violent or out of step with what the cause is, give video of them, show it to the cops, get rid of them. We don't want nothing to do with it. But you can sit back and talk to anybody. All the performers are willing to talk. All the speakers are willing. We've had some molecular biologists. We've had some pretty illustrious speakers.
And not one of them on the mainstream news.
No.
Exactly. How are you staying warm?
No. For the first few hours, I'm warm, but once you're out there, especially today, when I don't know if you've seen the videos from yesterday, but compared to today, it was amateur hour yesterday compared to today. And I thought yesterday was impressive. There are hundreds of thousands of people. There are people parked backing up onto any uncovered snow-filled area on the way up into there. They're parked. They're just stopping on the road and backing their truck up right up onto the lawn and parking her there and walking in.
Wow.
It's unbelievable right now.
That's amazing.
I'm calling it the Canada Spring, but maybe that's just hopeful.
Yeah. And how are you doing for food down there?
Well, I'm doing fine, but I have a nice cozy motel room, so
but throughout the day for everyone that's down in the area.
Yeah, ground zero. Is meals being brought to people or how's that working?
Absolutely. There's when I arrived there today, they had a tent set up with a big pot. I think it was chili on. They got, like I said, there's an abundance of food. So there's cases of water set out on pallets. We have people that are shoveling everything because the city refuses to do any type of services until they won't provide porta potties for the people, nothing. So we're shoveling,
I seen that shoveling off the monuments down there.
Absolutely. They shovel them off, chip all the ice off, then they relay all the flowers back on it. There's the fact the MSM media said that there was desecration is laughable. Nothing but the utmost respect going on over there.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They'll find one clip and take it out of context and blow it across everything to make everybody seem like they're just up to no good down there.
That's right. And that's why we have to be so careful about the way we portray ourselves and the rhetoric on stage, stuff like that.
Yeah, because they'll take it and they'll run with it. Somebody says fight, and then they're thinking, oh, they're trying to incite violence. But that's not the type of fight we're talking about. We're talking about using our voice by demanding from our leaders that they listen to us for once.
Yeah, it's about time.
Yes.
I think the one blessing we can get from this COVID stuff is maybe this is what pushed us all over the edge. Maybe this is where we finally say, and I don't mean over the edge like let's go crazy or anything.
Yeah.
I mean over the edge as far as let's demand accountability. Let's demand let's demand first that they prove the stuff that they're pushing on us.
Yeah.
Some people have had COVID bad, and some, there's people dying of it, but it's usually comorbidities.
So it's become like a community. Everybody's fucking just loving each other down there and looking out for each other. That's amazing.
Yeah, even as you're walking up, like even before you get to the area, just walking up, people will be smiling and giving you a nod. Or I'm always using my GoPro, so people will always do something for me with the GoPro, or I'll just lift my Timmies up and people will cheer, give me a little cheer on the camera and stuff. Documented like full 360 shots, so you can see the complete view of what's going on, and it's a beautiful thing.
How are the businesses in that area? I'm sure there's got to be like coffee shops or something that's around the area that's flooded by noise. Like, are there any businesses that are welcoming to all of this?
Well, most of the people I've spoke to from Ottawa absolutely support it.
Mm-hmm.
The businesses are supporting it. Is like Ottawa is very densely packed as soon as you get off Parliament Hill. In terms of buildings.
Okay.
So the horn noise, it's there, but it's not quite as pronounced as it is when you go up the hill, because it's Parliament Hill, so you're on top of a hill.
Yeah.
So the noise isn't as bad, and it is bad, but not as bad. And they seem to be liking the increased business. None of them have closed down. And I actually used one of the. That's how I found my way to Parliament Hill, because it's all the roads around it are closed. I just opened Google Maps and kept clicking closer and closer on businesses until one of them finally said, "Yeah, you can go there."
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I know where Shawarma's Palace is.
Shout out to Shawarma's Palace.
Yeah, and shout out to Myke Nukem for documenting this for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I checked out a few of your videos, and I got to dive into some of the more the ones that you were walking around. I've seen a few of the performances that you recorded, and yeah, I can't wait to see some of that GoPro footage.
Yeah, and this isn't what I do, so I'm learning as I go, sort of thing. So
yeah, yeah. So are we. We all
start. Yeah, we all start somewhere.
Yeah.
And what is like your highlight out of the first 3 days? If you were to leave right now and think back, like what's the biggest highlight?
It would be today.
Yeah.
Today?
So far today, maybe tomorrow, I don't know, but today usually when I go up there, like the past 2 days, I go up and it takes until you're almost that one block I was telling you about before Parliament Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first where you really see a good group of people, and then as you walk up Parliament Hill, you get in front of the Parliament buildings, and boom, that's where the main protest is. Today, it was like a kilometer away.
Oh wow!
It took me 2 hours just to get to Parliament Hill. Walking like zombie speed.
Yeah.
Because there's just people right in front of me. I was holding my GoPro way above everyone's head, but yeah, it was packed, like absolutely packed. There's hundreds of thousands of people here now.
How long are you prepared to stay there for?
Well, I have a job too. I'm a mason, so I'm a union mason, and my BA just called me the other day saying I may have a job to go back to. I'm a refractory mason as well, so I may have a furnace to reline soon. So if that happens, and I'm fighting for my freedom, I'm fighting for my freedom for my livelihood too. and I got a wife at home, so if I get that call, I'll probably have to go back to work, and then I may just come right back down.
Nice.
Is there any end in sight? Are people saying like, okay, we're going to have to pack this up soon, or are they in it for the long run?
As far as everyone's concerned, Trudeau needs to decide that.
Yeah.
When the mandates end, then everyone's going to go home.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's the whole point of it.
He hasn't even addressed the issue yet.
Yeah.
No.
So
aren't they actually just looking for a plan to be put in place to get rid of the mandates? Just present the plan, and then this all ends, and then obviously follow through with the plan, or we'll be right fucking back. But
yeah,
you know,
or at least have a discussion.
Yeah.
That's all they're asking. Have a discussion. Like, I don't speak on their behalf. I don't speak on Freedom Convoy 22's behalf.
Yeah.
But that's what everybody on stage is saying that I've heard. That's what everyone I've spoken to of the organizers is. They want a discussion. They want a place at the table.
And he can't even take 20 minutes, whatever it would be, to even just meet with them and to discuss it.
Nope.
He makes it seem like he's trying, like he's not bowing to terrorists or something. He makes it seem like that if he does, that he's giving into it. It's absolutely ridiculous, his rhetoric about this whole thing.
Yeah, he's dug in pretty deep with some of the shit that he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when he does comment on it at all, which has only been 2 times, I think.
Yeah.
It's full on negativity.
Yeah.
There was just a story the other day on the stage about a cop standing there, and he turns around and there's his mom. And it's like, whoa, this can't be that bad. My mom's here. I mean, if your mom's there, chances are it's not racist Nazis running around like chasing them with their frying pan or something.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, people from all walks of life are all gathered there together. It's a beautiful sight to see when you're not watching the videos on the mainstream media, but when you're seeing boots on the ground from guys like you that are taking the time out of their lives to document this for people, to show the truth. It's amazing what you guys are doing and the unity of everybody down there. It's simply beautiful. Yeah,
I appreciate that. But obviously I say respect to the truckers. They started this.
Yeah.
They led, we followed, and now we're going to lead, and hopefully Trudeau will follow.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Yeah, who would think? First off, who would think truckers?
Yeah.
Second off, who would think Canada?
Yeah. Yeah. When was the last time you've heard the news in the States praising something that protesters in Canada has ever done? You don't ever hear that, ever.
We're a world event, like kicking off a world event. It just, unless it's hockey related.
Yeah. And the entire world is watching right now.
Yes, and there has been other countries where things have kicked off in terms of protests as well.
Yeah, inspired by everyone out there.
Yeah. Is it? I think Sweden ended their mandates.
Yeah.
There's
I heard a few different ones. But I hope it's a lot of footage for you tomorrow. I hope you got a lot of good stuff happening.
Yeah.
I usually don't bother. At night, it turns into like the weirdest Canadian rave you've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I usually stay away at night just because I don't want the sort of nightclub bouncy footage. Sort of, I'm there for the speakers, for the, you know what I mean? So I have gone at night, and I do have night footage. I do go and get it, but I don't focus on that though. It basically turns, they get the speakers pounding, they get the club music going, the truckers do their horns to the beat, and
oh shit,
it's like really freaky, man. Like, and everyone's like got Timmies because there's no drinking, so it's just really weird. It's inspiring, but it's really weird.
So they're enforcing the no alcohol then?
Oh, absolutely.
That's awesome, because the news, yet again, they made it sound like it's a 24-hour party down there, just a bunch of drunks.
No, in the daytime, like I can't speak for night. Like I said, I don't really, I've went a few times, but I don't really get involved with it.
Yeah.
In the daytime, if you get spotted with a beer, they're going to be on you like white on rice. And I mean, they are watching, like they're watching. They basically form little groups and make a like every 50 feet or so a perimeter around everything, and then they just watch. And if they spot anything on the line, they're right there.
Well, that's good. That's good because it keeps everybody safe at the same time.
Yeah, that's what we want. We want it to be legit. So
yeah. Are the police respectful of the protest you guys do and what you're doing down there? Are they like respectful of it? Are they in favor of what's the message behind everything, as far as you can tell?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, because the Ottawa chief of police has been nothing but supportive.
Beautiful.
He hasn't lied. And that's like my mission in life is MSM lies.
Yeah.
He hasn't lied. He's been truthful. He's told the public, look, they haven't broken any laws. They haven't even committed any crimes at all. So I can't do anything about peaceful protesters. The police basically, I think they've been ordered not to engage us at all.
Oh, okay.
So basically they just walk with tunnel vision. They'll just walk through the crowd parts, they walk through. If you say hi or something, they might give you a nod, something like that, but they don't really engage with you too much. Today at my parking lot, I booked a 5-day parking pass.
Mm-hmm.
I figured if worse came to worse, I could sleep in my truck if everything went to crap down there and I couldn't get out of there. Because there's no way in heck I'm not staying to document it. So I was planning, if I got trapped, I was going to sleep in my truck in the parking lot. I was really hoping not to have to do that, but
yeah.
So I rounded the corner to go into the parking lot, and the cops had it all barricaded off. And I said, "Hey, I paid for 5 days parking here. Who's going to refund me for this?" And he said, "Oh, can you show me your thing?" So I showed him my pass. Yep, go ahead. And
nice.
But no one else was allowed through. So I asked him, if when it's time for me to leave, am I going to be able to get out of here? He said, "Oh yeah, we'll let you out, no problem." He said, "I don't know about if there'll be a truck parked across the road though."
Yeah.
So, but that's the most I've engaged with them. Like they really don't talk much, and he wasn't like near the actual protest. Like I say, he was at the parking lot. So.
Oh yeah.
How long did you drive to get to Ottawa?
It's about 750 clicks, I think.
Okay.
Are you up north, like towards where we are? We're in Thunder Bay.
I'm in Sault Ste. Marie.
Oh,
Sue.
shit.
Nice.
All right.
Sue.
So you basically started your YouTube channel for this, for documenting this then, correct?
Yeah. Well, years ago, I secured the channel when I went with my name online.
Yeah.
And it's basically just been dormant and sitting there. And
now you found a use.
Exactly. And now it's all of a sudden, I was a network technician way back in the golden era of Y2K and all that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been really like a rude awakening, all the new tech and like how easy everything is now compared to back then.
Dude, I just got a fucking cell phone for the first time in 11 years.
Oh, really?
I know what you mean.
But I used to call it like plug and pray. Remember those days?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it actually works when you plug it in. Like it's
And what are you doing for your battery? If you're recording on your phone, it's cold. The battery probably doesn't last as long. Do they have like charging stations? And
no. I gotta walk. It's about maybe a kilometer and a half back to the truck, and then charge the phone there.
Oh, okay.
And same with the camera. The camera's better, the GoPro, because they last quite a while. But I don't think I'd have much more energy than the batteries in my devices anyway. I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go back to the room because it's it's freezing out and you can't operate everything with gloves on. So your fingers get really cold. And,
for damn sure.
After about 3-4 hours, I'm ready to head her back and upload the footage.
And what time in the morning are you usually heading back for the next day of protesting?
Oh, when do I go back there?
Yeah, like when do you usually start up your day? And all right, let's get my coffee and walk on over to the grounds.
Yeah, I have my coffee. Then I usually upload. I'm still uploading videos from the night before till about noon. The way it was on the first couple days I was here, the crowds didn't really show up until about noon.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Today I could have went probably 8 in the morning and it was probably packed. I have no idea, but I went. It must have been in around 3 o'clock or so, and I was dumbfounded.
Yeah, I can just imagine.
It was just unbelievable. And like I say, I couldn't hear any. The trucks are backed up everywhere. Like it's an extra block or two bigger than it was, the whole circumference of it. So the trucks are backed up further. And once you start walking up there, you can't hear nothing. They got big speakers going. It's unbelievable. There's people making speeches. There's things are getting all capitalistic out there now. People have little flag shops set up, and
Oh wow.
yeah,
selling that merch.
I'm just reading right now. As Coots' anti-mandate blockade continues, Alberta government plans to drop the vaccine passports.
Awesome.
That's great news.
That's awesome. That's way to go, man.
And it's tragic that it had to come down to this, but it's the only way to get that message across, I guess, and it's working.
It is, but you look at it like we usually go to war with tanks and blow everything up. Well, this time they went to war with tanks that aren't armed.
Yeah.
And they done it peacefully, man. So
it all hinges on that, just being peaceful.
And using your voice as the weapon. Not physical violence.
No, absolutely not. Yeah. No, I don't condone physical violence or even, even just getting too hot rhetorically. Keep it at least at a discussion level.
Yeah, because then it just starts getting elevated, and then nobody wants to listen to somebody screaming in their face. So
no, nobody wants something forced on them or.
Nope.
And that's what we're protesting. So.
Yeah, fucking right. Is there anything that you want to add, Myke, before we let you go? Anything that you want to mention, shout out, anything that you think that we should know?
Besides the Myke Nukem YouTube channel.
That's for fucking sure. Everybody follow right now, Myke Nukem.
MYKE.
Yes.
NUKEM. Well, I subscribed this morning, so I'll be watching some more of your footage there, and I can't wait for you to upload some more. And I can't say thank you enough for being down out there, doing what you're doing, and just showing up here and telling us what's going on over there.
Yeah, thank the truckers, man. It's an honor for me to be here, and just doing this is just so inspirational and just such a good thing to see that we the people can still accomplish something in this day and age.
Yeah. Well said.
I'm not sure how this is going to end up. If I don't like to look at it in win and lose terms, I think we've already won. Just the fact that this happened is a win.
Oh, fuck yes. Absolutely.
Whether, as long as everything stays peaceful, just the fact this happened is an absolute win.
Yep. Yeah. And it's support right across the country, because even in our small town, there's people protesting today. Flags, Mark seen a convoy outside of his window driving down the road.
I would like to say something about Pat King gave a speech today, the organizer. Gave a speech today, and he gave a shout out to Coots. So I'd like to give a shout out too.
Absolutely. Shout out to Coots.
Yeah, and I'd like to give a shout out. If you go to my channel, there's a Canadian veteran soldier gave a speech today. That is absolutely awe-inspiring. This guy is just, he's a rock, and it's absolutely awe-inspiring, and you'll be proud to be a Canadian after you watch it.
What's the name of that video?
Is it Canada Spring?
Canadian veteran soldier in the title. Give me 1 sec.
I found it. Canada Spring. Freedom Convoy 2022, February 5th, Canadian veteran soldier.
That's the one.
He's watching. Yeah. Well, awesome. You know what I'll be watching as soon as we get off the air here.
Can you get the volume? Can you get the audio on it?
Yeah.
You're welcome to if you want. Absolutely.
Yeah. We could play it on here. We could close out. Yeah, we'll close out the podcast with that, as long as Myke doesn't copyright fucking strike us. Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Myke.
Oh, no problem at all, guys.
Stay safe out there.
Absolutely. Stay safe, Michael, and thank you so much for taking the time out and meeting with us today and discussing this.
No problem, Jason. Mark, thank you. Nice meeting you guys, and I'll do it anytime.
Thanks a lot, Myke.
Thanks.
And
bye.
Thank you guys for tuning into the Broken Home Podcast. This is us signing out.
All right, so I've got Neil here. He's a veteran who has served our country. We've done well with veterans. I caught him in the crowd yesterday and I asked him to speak, and he said he would consider it. No profanity. I'm watching you. All right, soldier?
She browbeated me into this, folks. Ladies and gentlemen of Ottawa, people of Canada, and Randy Macho Man, Randy Savage, I have to follow. Ooh, yeah. Anyway, I got one thing to say. Actually, a couple of things to say. You know why Justin Trudeau is hiding?
Because he's a bullshit.
You know why?
He's
Because the alpha males with calluses and grease under their fingernails got off the couch.
That's right.
Dad got off the couch and he said, we need to have a conversation. And that beta male over there ran away. There is so much love here. Look, people on this side, you can't see on that side. And they can't see what's over here. There's drones around here, you're going to see it. But anyways, what I came to talk about, my brothers and sisters in the military, we salute everybody. You guys and girls, you are the alphas in this country. People sitting behind their computer going, I don't know what they're a bunch of terrorists. They are the betas. We are here to take back our country. June 6th, 1944, the beaches were taken in Normandy. And what we had to do in Normandy was create a beachhead. Our beachhead then was so more troops could come in. These truckers have started a beachhead in this country. It has started in Ottawa. Beachhead. It has started in Coots. Beachhead. It has started in Canada. Canada is the beachhead for freedom in this planet. The world is watching everybody here. Everybody in the world is watching you and you and you. There's no terrorists here. There's no racists here. There's no misogynists here. The only misogynist in this country wears blackface and runs away. There's 2 or 3 things you need to know. You follow or you lead, you follow or you get the hell out of our way.
Out of the way, Trudeau!
These truckers, they led us here. We are following the truckers. The rest of them, get out of our way.
That's right.
Now, can you hold on for a second? The truckers is loudest. It's kind of like being a calf when you're about to go on a patrol and the plane takes off, you can't hear nothing. Just like that. So when we have people leading us, we are following. They led, we follow. Now this, please don't hit the horn. This is to every single police officer in this country. RCMP, right down to the lowest private, the lowest corporal.
Yes, follow.
We
Need you.
are leading. And if anybody is watching this, seeing it all over the world, this is to the police officers. We are leading. You to all the police officers, we are leading.
Yeah!
You will follow your oath.
Yes.
If not, get out the way. Thank you very much.